Hey guys, if you want to get this Harley Quinn look with the little heart and the bright red lips that we all know and love, then stay tuned because I'm about to show you in a tutorial. Hello guys, it's been a long time. I haven't been recording because my camera decided to not read the SD card that I had in it. So today we're going to make a comeback with a Halloween tutorial. If you haven't been able to tell with my pigtails and these bits here, I'm going to do a Harley Quinn tutorial. She is one of my favourites, and yeah, I decided to make a comeback and give you a tutorial on how to get a Harley Quinn look. It's pretty simple. My face looks very flat right now. I've done my base, so I've done foundation and setting powder and that's it, because I've looked at a few photos and she actually doesn't wear that much like blush or anything. It's mainly all about the eyes and the lips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly fill in my brows and then we'll get into the eyes, which is pretty cool. I love doing this. I've actually been as Harley Quinn to a party before, and yeah, it was awesome. It was when I had really long hair, and I even like temporarily dyed it the red and blue that she had. So yeah, if I were you, I would recommend getting just like a hair chalk or something for the night, because yeah, the dye didn't really look that good after it had washed out. So yeah, would definitely recommend not doing that. So that's my brows done. Just normal brows, you don't have to go any fancier. She has really dark brows, so if you want to like use a really dark brown or even close to a black mix with brown, that would be more authentic, but I'm going with what I have. This is a get a Harley Quinn tutorial with what you have. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe 35B palette, purely because it has so many colours that I can use for this look, but you guys can go in with whatever you have. It'll work with any pink, red and blue shades. And I'm going to start by setting my eyelid, and for that I'm actually going to use my Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette and use vanilla cream. So because I just find that that one really sets it well, and I'm going to take it on my tapered fluffy brush by Morphe and just set my entire eyelid and up to my brow with that vanilla cream. You can use any bone shade or white shade for this. It will work exactly the same, but I just find that this one works really well for me. And that's that, that's done. So I'm going to continue using this for the mirror. Sorry, I've just probably blinded you there. But that's all I'll be using for that one. It'll all be 35B. Kind of lost the sheet, so I'm just going to have to explain to you which ones I'm using. First, I'm probably going to go in with this corally shade here. So a nice soft colour to add as a transition, and I'm going to do that on one eye only because she has the red and then the blue. So I'm going to dip into that shade, get a fair bit on my brush, but then tap off the excess so it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm just going to start by putting this through the crease just as a nice light transition shade so I know where I want it. And looking at these, she doesn't really go very far up with it. But again, this is for you guys. Sorry, my lights aren't as bright as they used to be, so if you see the lighting go a bit funny, it's just me adjusting it. But yeah, so this is a very much what you guys prefer. So I prefer to bring my eyeshadows up pretty far for definition. So I am going to do that with this shade just so that I have room to move with the darker shades, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use this as my starter so that I can deepen up the crease and add heaps of definition and everything. So just windshield wiper motions, and I'll probably cut a lot of this out because it'll save time, but I'm just going to keep going until I get the desired effect, which will be sort of like an ombre. It'll be really light up the top and then gradually get deeper. So I'm just going to keep blending that, and I'm probably going to bring it up pretty far to about here. As you can see that, compared to this eye, the shadow just gradually gets up there. And I'm going to keep doing this until it's at the desired look. Okay, so now I'm done, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a nice pinky corally shade to start off with. And then I'm going to go in with a darker shade, and I'm probably going to stick to maybe 2 or 3 shades, but I won't go too in depth with it because it's a very simple look. So I'm thinking, after looking at my palette, I might just stick to 2 shades because there's not a wide range of pink. So I'm going to go straight into this red shade right next to the one that I just used. So any matte red shade that you have will be perfect for this look, and I'm going to stick that right in the crease, but I'm not going to use this brush. I'm going to keep that to the side so I can go back and blend out any harsh edges, but I'm not going to use that for this look. So I'm going to go in with another one of my Morphe brushes. It's just like a fluffy shader brush. It's very like dome shaped at the top and very compact, and it puts down a lot of pigment, so if you're not used to that, I would definitely recommend picking up a lot of pigment, tapping off majority of the excess, and then going back in with it later. I don't want too much pigment and getting it everywhere. So just picking up enough that I can see it on the brush, which is easy, it's a white brush. And then I'm just going to put that in the crease, just to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to keep doing that until it's the deep red color that I want. If you really want to get the pigment on there, I would suggest tapping it in. So just tapping it in to get that pigment all there and then blending it out. So you still have that coverage and the pigment, but yeah, basically that's all I have to say about that. Now I'm going to dip back into that corally shade and just on the same brush that I applied it with, that tapered fluffy brush, I'm going to go back over that really dark red line just to soften it out and make everything blend together smoothly. Blending takes a very long time, so if you want your makeup to look good, you've got to take the time to blend. So as you can see, it goes gradually from that redder shade lightly up to that pinky shade, and that's what I want so that it looks very gradual. Now on a densely compact brush, which is my 230 by Zoeva, just this little compact pencil brush, translucent powder all over my hand. So that's what I'm going to use on the outer V, just to really deepen it up. And what I'm going to do is, because this is a different style of brush, I'm going to pick up quite a lot of pigment, tap off a little bit of the excess, and just press it right on this outer edge here, just to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm gonna really press it in there to get that pigment, and I'm not gonna move it around a lot. So see how that is a lot darker there? I don't know if you can see that, but it is. It's a lot redder, and I'm gonna go back over with another layer. You know what, I think I might actually pick up a lot with this brush and just press it through the crease, just right in the crease, to add that desired effect. And then once I've pressed it into the crease and got the pigment, then I'm going to go with little windshield wiper motions and just blend it out a little bit. As you can see, we've got our red really starting to go there. Now, what she does with her red is she brings it down a little bit. So on that same 230 little pencil brush, I'm going to bring it down underneath my lower lash line, just smudge it there. And then what I'm going to do is just bring it out softly so that it doesn't get everywhere. But she really seems to like smoke this out and down. Okay, so that's not working like I want it to do, so I'm going to grab that fluffy brush that we used that corally shade in and dip into the red and just really start to bring that down a lot more. Just little patting motions so that I'm adding a little bit at a time because I don't want it to be too intense. Then just grab my finger and sort of pat over it. So I think that's kind of what she does. Now what I'm going to do is grab my 228 big fluffy brush and go over everything and blend it all out smoothly. So just starting at the top, I'm holding it right at the end of the brush, and tiny little windshield wiper motions, little circles, just to really blend everything seamlessly together. Got the nice line, but it blends into this bit here instead of just being a line and then a smudge. Okay, so that's the red eye all complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly clean my brushes so that I don't get any red and turn it purple on the other eye. And then I'll be back to teach you how to do the blue eye. So now I'm back. And we're going to go into the blues, and it's going to be exactly the same deal. Start off really light and then gradually get darker so that you get this effect. And you know what I'm going to do quickly actually is just get a little tiny compact brush here. And because this is my thing, you don't have to do this and you can just either fill in that eyelid. I'm going to get a bit of a shimmer. So I'm going to use this shimmery shade right here. It is like a sort of like a pinky purple shimmery shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that on this brush here, tap off any excess, and then I'm going to get my setting spray and just very lightly just spritz the brush just to get a little bit of moisture there, and then I'm just going to apply that all to the lid. Not too much, it's just enough to fill that in. It probably looks like nothing to you guys in the camera, but there's a nice soft little shimmer there just to fill that empty space in. Okay, so same deal. Let's find our lightest shade of blue, which is probably this one. So I'm going to dip into that with my black Morphe fluffy brush and apply that in the crease as my sort of transition shade. So bringing it up as high as I did with the other one, but then focusing on really blending it out nicely. But that's pretty even. So you can see I've got the nice round shape here and the nice round shape there. It's kind of patchy here for some reason. Let me just fix that up. Okay. And then put that down, and then picking up, see, I don't know, I don't want to really try a different colour because I'm scared it's not going to look good, but I might try this top shade here, which is a bit more of a deeper blue. It's kind of more purpley undertone, but it might work nicely for the crease, like the direct crease. And same deal as when I started the red. Pick up onto the brush and just start working that into the crease nice and lightly, because I'm not sure if this is going to be a good shade. And just start lightly building that up, tapping off the excess. Now what I'm doing is I'm dipping back into that lighter shade and just blending out the edges of the darker blue, just like I did with the other eye. And then what I'm going to do now is go back. We're throwing brushes now. Yay! What I'm going to do is go in with that tiny little 230 by Zoeva and dip into the darker shade and pack it right into the back, right into the outer V. So just really loading up the brush, tapping off a bit of the excess, and then pressing it here. And pressing it into the crease for some more pigment there, and then doing some light shading there. And then picking up some more, tapping off the excess, and then bringing it down onto my lower lash line. And starting off doing the same thing, I'm going to start bringing that shade down a bit. Just like that, to get a bit of a base. You can see it a little bit. And getting my big fluffy brush and starting to pat it on, and just little tiny motions build up that pigment, even though it's not really doing much right now, which I'm not impressed about. It doesn't have to be even with the other side because it's Harley Quinn. She's a little bit crazy, but it does need to be blended because she's not that crazy. She likes to look good. That's pretty good. I like that. So what I'm going to do now is go and get my 228 by Zoeva. I did clean that one off vaguely as well, just so that there's no pink at all. And just again, just go over and smooth all the edges, get rid of any harsh lines. Okay. So the blue isn't really showing up and I'm not sure how I feel about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that packer brush. Just pack a bit more pigment onto there, just so that it's a bit more blue. Like that. It's a little bit patchy, but I kind of like that look, so I'm just gonna kind of dab on it just to, yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Now you could leave it there and just put on some mascara, but I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna get another flat concealer brush, pick up some blue sparkles, which is in the Morphe palette. Literally, I've used these 3 colors, so that's the shimmery shade there. Again, nice light spritz of my setting spray just to wet it a little bit. This brings up the sparkles a little bit more in case you didn't know why I was doing that. And just fill in that space there. Oh my god, this is so much more pigmented than the pink. Kind of living for it. Look at that. It's like so bright. What I'm going to do now is actually I'll just clean off that blue there because I kind of love that sparkle. I'll wet it a little bit more than before so it's a little bit wetter, and then go back over this to try and get that pink to be just as shimmery, and there we go. That's so much better. Oh, yes, I like that. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go in with my angled concealer brush by BYS. Not sure, I might dip into the yellow glittery shade here for my inner corner highlight. It's really pretty and I've used it before as an inner corner highlight and it is actually really, really nice. So I'm just going to go in there, tap off the excess, wet it a lot and just apply that to the inner corners. Now, she doesn't have this sort of stuff, but I really like inner corner highlight, so that's why I'm adding it. You don't have to. So that's basically it. Now what I'm going to do is quickly tightline, which is doing the upper waterline with black, and then I'll probably do a little bit in the lower lash line as well. There is no attractive way to do this, so just enjoy. Okay, so as you can see, my lashes look a lot fuller on this side because that's what the tightline does. It makes them look a lot fuller. And then on the lower lash line, I'm just going to bring it, oh dear, all the way along here. And I kind of stuffed up there, but that's okay, I can cover that up. Okay, so that looks terrible, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that up by, what am I going to do? Probably get like a tiny little smudger brush. So this is one that I got for my birthday from Morphe. It's tiny, look at it. And I'm going to sort of smudge out that black liner so that it doesn't look so terrible right there. I'm a lot happy with that. So now I'm going to add mascara. I was going to do a wing, but I kind of don't want to do that anymore. So it looks like she has a wing and you can do one, but I don't really want to. So I'm just going to add a heap of mascara to make my lashes look really full and beautiful. So I'm just using my Maybelline New York Mega Brush Colossal, I think. The Colossal Volume Express Mascara for smoky eyes. Looking down at my mirror so I don't get it up on my lid. Just using wiggle motions and dragging up, short, sharp, just to try and fill those lashes in. Is do my lower lash line and just do the same as I always do, just blink it on like so. So that is the eyes complete now. Now what we need to do is the tiny, she's got like a few tattoos and I'm terrible at that sort of stuff, so all I'm gonna do is the little heart that she has on her cheekbone here. So get any liquid liner. A felt tip is probably best. So I'm going to use my BYS One Day Tattoo liquid liner eyeliner pen, and it's just a felt tip like that, and I'm just going to sketch out a little black heart on here. So usually, basically where your Marilyn Monroe would be. I don't know if anyone knows what that means, but it's like a little mole that you get here, like a beauty mark. So basically where that is, she's got a heart over that, so like that. I will zoom in later so you can see it. Okay, so that's the little tattoo that I've got now. I'll just zoom in for you guys to see. That's a little tattoo, and while you're here, that is the completed eye look. Okay, so I'll set you back down over there so that I can finish off this look and not bore you for 1 second more. So she has bright red lips. Everyone knows Harley Quinn for the crazy eye makeup and the bright red lips. So I bought this for the time that I went as Harley Quinn. It is Jeffree Star Rich Blood. Okay, so we've got one lip completed. Now to do the next one. Okay, the lips are done, and I have lipstick all over my teeth. So I'm just gonna be right back after I clean that off. A good tip about not getting lipstick on your teeth after you've like cleaned it off is taking one finger and see, it'll take off everything on the inside of your lips and it won't come off as much. But guys, this is the completed look. Now, if you really want to be authentic, you can take your finger and like smudge the lipstick down, but I never get a cupid's bow this cute, so I'm going to keep it looking good. So that is it, guys. The Harley Quinn, oh, better get my hair out, these little bits here. The Harley Quinn look. So I hope you liked this. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Send me a comment below and tell me what you want to see for my next look. Do you want to see the green look that I created, you know, as a video, or do you want to see something different? And yeah, just let me know what you want as content, guys, because I kind of like run out of ideas easily. I'm not like James Charles or Christen, Dominique. I don't know what you want, so you're gonna have to let me know. But yeah, that's the completed look. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.